Hello everyone, I welcome you once again to Diamond Claudia's. On today's tutorial, I'll be making this stylish boubou, and here are the materials I'll be using: my scissors, my ruler, my tape, my tailor's chalk, and this beautiful fabric. So first of all, we are going to turn the fabric to the wrong side, then you fold it into four. I have just two yards here, and it's quite enough for what I want to use it for because I'll be making the short version of this boubou. Now, I'm going to draw a straight line to start as my starting point. Then I'm going to measure from my shoulder to my bust line, which is 10 inches. I'll mark that. And from there, I'm going to measure from my shoulder to my hip line. And from my hip line, I'm going to measure to the desired length of my gown. And I'm making use of 39 inches. You can decide to make yours as long as you want. Then I'm going to rule out the lines first on my hip, on my bust line, then on my hip line, and also on the full length of the gown. The next thing I'm going to do is going to measure my neck width, which is going to be 3 inches, and I'll measure 1.5 in for the back neckline, then I'll connect it together. And I'm going to measure for the front. I actually made use of 8.5 inches here, but I later extended it. I added more to it because I noticed it was quite too short. Then from that length, I'll go in by 1 inch. Then I'll connect from that 1 inch to my shoulder line. After I was done, I'm going to measure my shoulder, then I'm going to extend it. And I'm going to add a shoulder slope, which is quite optional, but I added 1 inch shoulder slope. And going back to that shoulder slope, I went down by 9 inches more, which is going to stand as my armhole, but it's the same line as my bust line. And on my bust line, I divided my bust measurements by 4, which is 33 divided by 4 is 8.25. Then I added 5 inches more to it because it's a free boubou. So it has to be as comfortable as it should be. And on my hip line, my hip divided by 4, that's 10.25. Then I added 5 more inches to it. Then I will go from my hip line to the full length. I'm going to take the same measurement I took on the hip line. I'm going to use that same measurement on the full length of the gown. And after I was done doing that, I'm going to connect from my hip line to the full length of the gown. And then I'll come to the armhole. I'm going to make a slant. Then from that slant, I'm going to connect it to my hip line. Then I'll cut it out. So I'll start cutting right from the neckline to my shoulder. Then I'll cut out the sleeve as well. And then to the sides. While cutting, I noticed that the side was just too curvy. Then I had to trim it off just to make it balance. After I was done doing that, I'm going to open it up to remove the back, and then I'll start to cut out my front. But that was after I was cutting the full length. I was done cutting the full length of the gown. Then on the front neckline, I'm going to cut it out, then open it up and place the back on it. And I'm going to take it to my sewing table and I'll join the shoulder lines together. After I was done joining the shoulder, I went to the sleeve and then I hemmed it by half an inch, then I folded it by half an inch also. This was when I realized that the neckline was just too shallow, then I extended it. And this piece right here is 4 inches wide, the width is 4 inches. Then I'm going to measure around the neckline and it's going to be the same size of the length of this black fabric now. Although what I had was in excess, but I think it's good that way. Then I'm going to fold it into two. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And I'll fold it into two. Then I'll take it to one edge of the neckline. I'm going to pin it down. I'll pin it around the neckline, then I'll take it to my sewing machine. After I was done sewing it, I had to pin it down. Then coming to this fabric, now you can style it anyhow you like. It depends on your choice. You can style it anyhow you like, but remember to notch the center. After I was done notching the center, I placed it on the center of that neckline. It has to align, please. We have to be very careful there. Then on the edges, I have to fold it by half an inch, fold it around by half an inch, take it to your pressing table, iron it, and you can decide to use a pin to hold it down. Then you take it to your sewing machine and sew. After I was done sewing it, here is what I have. You can see it's already looking nice. Then I'm going to come to the side. I'm going to flip it to the wrong side. I'll sew the wrong the I'm going to join it by the side. Then I'm going to hem the down part of the gown by half an inch. And after I was done, you can see how beautiful it is looking. Here is what we have. I love it already. Thanks so much for stopping by. Kindly subscribe, like, and share, and put on the notification bell to get notified anytime we post more content. Thank you and see you next time.